This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. We'll wait for 2 more minutes for others to join and then we'll start our discussion. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes for the other learners to join and then we will start our discussion. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll start our discussion. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So in our yesterday session, what we did is that we discussed about the course content that we are going to cover as part of the course journey. Okay, so in that we discussed about the key contents that we are going to cover. Okay, the key contents that we are going to cover. So now in today's session, what we are going to do, we are going to start our topic one. Topic one we are going to start because from today we are going to actively learn AppDynamics APM tool. Actively learn AppDynamics APM tool. Okay. So first topic is actually what are APM tools? What are APM tools? That is the topic we are going to learn right now. Okay. What are APM tools? APM. Okay. Application Performance Monitoring. Application Performance Monitoring or management. So application performance monitoring or application performance management. Okay, that is actually APM tool means. Okay, so why I'm saying it is monitoring or management tool? Monitoring or management tool. Monitoring tool will only give number metrics. That's all. But your management tool will give you little more than that. Little more than that. It'll give you analysis, root cause analysis, notification, some problem managing things that you wanted to do it. Yes, your APM tools are capable enough to do that as well. Okay, so which means that it is not only doing monitoring activity, it is also performing managing activity, management activity as well. That is the reason APM tools are nowadays called as application performance management. Earlier, if it is only providing application performance monitoring, that is different. But nowadays, along with the monitoring numbers, you are also going to get some additional capabilities as well. So that is the reason everybody is actually calling it as application performance management as well. why nowadays everybody is actually using this? Okay, so because if you look at it, I mean, maybe I don't know, those who are there in this field for more than 8 years or 10 years, you know, definitely you guys would have uh, uh, saw lot of things. Okay, a lot of things. What are all those things you would have seen? No, something like profiling tools, something like profiling tools. Okay, something like infrastructure monitoring tools, something like DB monitoring tools or DB profilers or whatever. Okay, DB profilers or monitoring tools, either way. Okay, and then single user monitoring tools. Okay, so like this you may, I mean, you would have seen different tools. Okay, something for application side, something for infrastructure side, something for DB side, something for user experience side. Like that, you would have seen different tools for different activities. End of the day, what you are doing, you are trying to monitor your application performance. But under this situation, what is actually happening? If you wanted to have single person who is actually having capability to use all these tools, very rare, very rare. Getting a people or getting a person who is actually aware of all these tools is very rare. Okay, maybe you can call them as a performance engineer or DevOps engineer or site reliability engineer, like that you can call them. But having that kind of a skill set is very rare. Okay, so now what is actually happening, instead of going with the different tools, different teams to achieve certain things, what you are doing, you are using one APM tool which is having the capability to do all these things. Okay, you are going to use one APM tool which is having the capability to do all these things. Okay, that is the reason everybody is actually moving towards APM tool nowadays. Okay, so coming back again, I mean, instead of using multiple tools for different activities, what you are doing, you are using uh, uh, single APM tool for doing all your activities in a single common place. In a single common place, you wanted to do all your activities. That is the reason you are using this APM tool. So now we have the understanding. Okay, what these APM tools are actually doing. APM tools are, I mean, simple in understanding. If I say, so say like, I'll draw a picture maybe. So you have your browser. Okay, this is your browser. You have your application server. You have your application server, and you have your DB server. So what you are doing in this case, this is just a simple infrastructure that I'm explaining to you. Okay, simple infrastructure that I'm explaining to you. If you are using any of the APM tools, how these APM tools are working? Very simple. You are going to configure the agents. Say like one AppDynamics agent here. I mean, you consider that as a user experience agent. Here one agent which is actually your app agent. Here one agent which is actually your DB agent, like that. Everywhere you are going to configure the agent. That agent will send the data, whatever the collected information is there, right? That will be shared, and then through AppDynamics UI, you are going to see all the data. You are going to see all the data. Okay, AppDynamics UI, you are going to see all the data. Okay, so which means that, very simple, everywhere, any entity that you wanted to monitor, you should have agent. That agent will collect the data. That data you are going to display it in AppDynamics, and then you are going to do the further investigation. You are going to do the further investigation. So
So
which means that.
basically, hi, this is Deepak here. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yes, Deepak.
Hi, can you hear? Yeah, so it is basically that pull mechanism you have, yeah, push mechanism here.
Where you are saying pull mechanism and push mechanism, you tell me.
That you are telling, right, that agent will be installed on all the app server, yeah, DB server, right, and
Okay.
server, right. So controller will collect the data, yeah, going to collect the data, yeah, agent is going to push the data. How it is? The pull mechanism, yeah, push mechanism.
See, it is a unidirectional data. The agent will send the data to your control. So one
Okay, so
direction.
pull mechanism. One direction. Agent is going to send the data, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Via which port? Via which port? 20.
I'll show you the port details and all. Hope you are
Okay.
already aware of AppDynamics. So I'll show you the port details during the architectural discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah. So which means that you are having different servers, different layers, and each and every layer you are going to configure your agents, and that agent's functionality is what? Collecting the data, sending the data. So that collected data is actually received by your tool, and you are going to do all kind of root cause analysis, data analysis, data extraction, everything you are going to do it in the tool. So that is how Apm tools are actually working. So if somebody is asking how, what mechanism or what functionality means, you can tell them agent should be there. If agent is there, only you are going to get the detailed analysis information. If agent is not there, you are not going to get the detailed information. That is the understanding. That is the understanding. I'll take a pause here. Any question guys still now? Anybody have any question? Yeah. So now if I ask, now you will be having the proper understanding about what is, what are these Apm tools means. Apm tools means. So now we have a clarity. Instead of going on with the different tools for different activity, we are going to use single Apm tool, and it is also user friendly. You do not require a large technical skill handling this tool. It's all user friendly. Simply by reading the menus, submenus, tables, you can easily understand what is actually happening. Only thing is you should have a fundamental understanding of performance testing and concepts, because that is bare minimum to understand what is actually happening in the application, how it is actually impacting your data. All those things you can easily understand it. But on the usage level, you will feel definitely user friendly tool, because it is designed in such a way that anybody can use this kind of a Apm. Okay, we'll move on to the next topic. Why Apm tools are important? Why Apm tools are important? So now the entire world is moving towards agile model. Entire world is moving towards DevOps model, chaos engineering, site reliability engineering, like that. Everybody started moving towards latest trends and technologies. Okay, so in that case, moving your monitoring strategy also to the latest trend in the market is actually important. Okay, that is bare minimum, right? Because you cannot say like still I will use the age old trend, and I'll still follow the same procedures only. I will take some 2 to 3 hours to identify the problem. I will take another 3 to 4 hours to pinpoint the root cause and all. No, not like that. Okay, so which means that you should be agile enough. I mean, you should be fast enough to identify the problem, identify the root cause, and then you have to work on the problem solution. Okay, yeah, that's how the entire world is moving towards. That is the reason this chaos engineering or site reliability engineering or observability, all those things are actually started coming into the picture, because no more monitoring strategy. You try to go to the solution strategy as well. Okay, you don't say there is a problem. You try to say how to mitigate it. So that's how the trend is actually moving towards. Yes, all APM tools are working towards that. Every APM tools are working towards that. Even AppDynamics is also having such capabilities. Okay, such capabilities. This root cause analysis, or how to find, or how to notify the problem, all those things are actually happening in AppDynamics as well. In every APM tool, not only AppDynamics tool, every APM tools are working towards this artificial intelligence, machine learning, all those things. They are providing the capabilities. Yes, AppDynamics is also having such capability as well. So why it is actually important? Okay, so like people are starting, I mean, they started talking about early performance testing or shift left approach, like that. Everybody started talking about, but how to start, how to introduce that culture in your application, how to do the performance bottleneck identification early in the life cycle. Okay, so all those things are easily achieved using this kind of a APM tool that are deployed in your application infrastructure. Okay, it is not only required to be learned by performance tester, anybody can learn it. Okay, because everywhere there is a false assumption. False assumption means what? Performance testers only will use this APM tool. No, it is not like that. It is not like that. It is not like performance testers alone should learn this. No, developers can use it, performance testers can use it, performance engineers can use it, system support engineers can use it. Everybody can use this. Everybody can use this. Okay, developers during their unit testing phase, yes, they can use it. Performance testers during their performance testing phase, yes, they can use it. Performance engineers while doing the capacity planning, while doing the production analysis, yes, they can use it. System support engineers, day in day out, whenever they are doing for any alerting, any problem notification things, they wanted to use it, yes, they can use it. So anybody can use it, provided what strategy that they are going to use it, what objective they are going to follow. Okay, so APM tools are meant for everybody, not like it is only used by performance testers alone. Anybody can use it, provided what activity that they are going to do it. Maybe whatever I told you right now, right? Like whatever I told you, right? During the unit testing phase, when the developer is actually doing the unit testing, right? That time you can use this unit testing phase. You can use this, or performance testers when they are doing the performance testing activity, they can use this. Performance engineers when they are using the capacity planning, or any production monitoring, or system analysis thing, whatever they are trying to do it, that time they can do. So a lot of things that they can do it. Not only that perspective, APM tools are having quite a bit of set of good capabilities that are there. Okay, so in that, one such capability is actually your real user monitoring. Real user monitoring. Your APM tools are having a good feature like real user monitoring. Why real user monitoring is very, very important? Because your performance testing tools are not providing the browser based metrics. Your performance testing tools are not providing the browser based metrics. It is not giving you the end user metrics. Anybody can say why performance testing tools are not providing browser based metrics?
Because you are creating a virtual user, right? So this is not a real user. So that will be called as a synthetic user, right?
No, not only because of that reason. uh, your load testing tools are not simulating the browser activity actually. Okay, if you are using LoadRunner two-plane protocol, at least you are doing to a certain extent. But if you are using HTTP protocol, there is no browser simulation at all. Okay, your browser is not loaded at all. So if your browser is not loaded, so you cannot get the metrics from browser, right? So typical example is, maybe I'll show you here. So you have your browser, and you have your servers, your application servers. Okay. So when you are trying to hit a request, the request will go to the server. Okay. The server will process the request and it will provide a response. And then the response will be coming back to your browser. This is what is actually happening during the normal manual way of launching your application. This is what is actually happening. Okay. Say like you are using any performance testing tool. It may be anything. Okay. Any tool. You take an example of Jmeter itself. So Jmeter will act like a proxy server, right? Jmeter will stand in the middle. It is actually the man in the middle, acts like a proxy server. So what you are doing, when Jmeter is actually involved in the recording phase, so what you are going to do, the Jmeter, say like you are giving during the recording, what you are going to do, you are going to launch your browser, you are giving some request from the browser. What your Jmeter will do, Jmeter will take the copy of the request. Jmeter will take the copy of the request. It will take the copy. It will record the copy of the request, and then the request will be going to the server. Okay, it is passing via Jmeter. Okay, it is passing via Jmeter. The request is actually going to your server. So the server will process the request and then it will send the response. Your Jmeter will copy the response. Your Jmeter will copy the response. Your Jmeter will copy the response. Okay. So, and then the response is going back to the browser again. Okay. The response is actually going back to the browser again. Okay. So which means that during the recording, this is what is actually happening. During the recording, what is actually happening? Browser is sending the request. The tool is copying the request and the request is actually going to the server. Server is actually processing the response. The response is coming back and then it is reaching to the browser. So during the recording, this is a process that is actually happening. Okay. So say you completed the recording. You wanted to validate your script is working fine or what? You wanted to validate your script is working fine or what? You are going to replay the script. Because you completed the recording and you wanted to replay the script. So what will happen during the replay? During the replay, this entire layer will not be there. During the replay, the entire layer will not be there because the tool itself is having the request. The tool itself is having the request and it is giving the request. Tool itself is actually having the request and it is giving the request. And your server will process the request and then it will send the response. Okay, this is actually the replay response. Okay, this is actually the replay response. So you have a replay response and your tool is having the recorded response also. Okay, also. So you have a recorded response and you have a replay response. The tool will compare both the things. If both are same, it will say pass. If both are not same, it will say fail. Okay, that's how it is actually working. Tool is actually working in this fashion only. Okay. So the tool is actually giving the request, a response is coming. Tool is already having the recorded request and the replay recorded response and replay response. It is actually comparing both the things and it is saying whether the script is actually passed or failed. So in this entire case, what is actually happening? The browser layer is completely missing. The browser layer is completely missing. So because of that, what is actually happening? Your browser data, your end user data, your browser rendering, page painting, nothing is actually coming. Nothing is actually coming.
Sarvan, are you there?
Yeah, sorry guys. So which means that this browser level data, which is completely not available in performance testing tool level, which is actually provided by your Apm tool. Every Apm tool is having this capability. I mean, real user monitoring capability. Okay. So what is actually happening in the browser, right? You wanted to validate it. Yes, that capability is actually available in the Apm tool. So why we have to use Apm tools means this is also one such capability. This is also one such capability. I'll take a pass here. Any question guys still now? Anybody have any question?
Hello.
Yes, Sheikh.
Sorry. See, when you're replaying the script also, that whatever the detail that is in browser, it will capture, right? Because, for example, if you are doing the account creation script and you will replay, that account will create in the browser and it will give the response when we are doing a load test for 1000 accounts, so minimum average, those values and we will capture, right, in LoadRunner are there, and those 1000 records will be there in browser, right?
Yeah, but it is not. It is not
So there
your.
that day.
Complete your question.
Sorry, no. That data will be there, right? Then you are telling the browser it will eliminate. So that matrix we are getting right from that test.
See, whatever you are talking is all in the HTTP. Okay, simply you are hitting the HTTP, you can print the data in DB, right? Like how you are doing is your web services testing and all. Okay, it is not about what you are displaying. Okay, maybe for you I'll explain like this. Maybe you will understand one thing. Okay, give me a second. So this is Isha website. Okay, this is Isha website. Okay, I'm going to the top screen. Okay, so look at here, this image is there. Okay, Isha make it easy. Isha make it easy image is there. Right click. Okay, copy image address. Okay, I'm going to the browser. I'm going to the browser and then pasting that one. Okay, I'm going to the browser. I'm pasting that whatever I copied, right? I'm pasting that one. Click enter. What is actually happening? You tell me. What is actually happening?
That particular request is hitting to the server and it is giving data.
So this is actually loading in the center page. It is not loading in the whatever is there in the web page. Okay, left hand side, left corner, it is not loading. It is loading in the center. Okay, so your load testing tool also working in this fashion only, which means that it is not having the brilliance to say this particular image file is there in the left corner, right corner, middle, where it is there, what is the time taken for doing the page painting, page rendering and all. Your load testing tool will not do that. Okay, but if you are using this kind of Apm tool, you are going to get the URL loading, page loading. That is a one I'm trying to explain. Okay, whatever you are talking, it is a data creation. Okay, data creation means any data creation will be there in the DB. The DB will be sending the data and you are going to display the data. That's all. I'm saying the browser behavior, browser loading, rendering, page painting is there, right? That is not measured in the PT tool. That is what I'm saying. That too in the HTTP protocol, you are not measuring that. Okay. Okay, Sheikh.
Okay, got it. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So like this, in Apm tool, you have a lot of capabilities. The one that I told you is just the real user monitoring. So like this, if you wanted to do any synthetic monitoring or infrastructure monitoring or anything that you wanted to do, different capabilities that are available in your Apm tools. Okay, that is the reason learning this Apm tool is actually very important. Okay, I don't even want to say in that way. I'll say So those who are attending interview in this forum, those who are attending interview, or any job description, if you guys are validating, definitely one APM tool will be there in the JD job description. Definitely one APM tool will be there. Okay, because the industry trend is moving towards that. I mean, you should be knowing one APM tool, one performance testing tool. That's how everybody is actually expecting. So in that case, yes, you have to learn any of the APM tool. In that, we are right now focusing on AppDynamics APM tool. Okay, yes, you have a lot of tools in the market. Very famous tools like AppDynamics, Dynatrace, New Relic, Datadog. Okay, these are the famous tools in the market. So in that, we are learning the AppDynamics tool. Okay, so very famous tools are like AppDynamics, Dynatrace, New Relic, Datadog. Okay, these are the very famous tools in the market. In that, we are focusing on AppDynamics tool. Okay, yeah. So till now, at least we have an understanding of what are APM tools and why we are. I mean, why we have to learn these APM tools, because customer will ask this question, right? Why APM tool? That time we can educate them because of these reasons. Okay, so which means that you are having different capabilities. Okay, you are having different capabilities. Not only one activity, multiple activity can be done. So that's the reason we are focusing on it. And then the next very I mean, we are into the actual topic, which is actually your AppDynamics introduction. So if you go to the Gartner quadrant mature tool list, Gartner quadrant mature tool list, AppDynamics will be there in the mature list. Okay, I mean, Dynatrace is also there, and then your AppDynamics is also there. Okay, so which means that learning this tool is that important. And Cisco AppDynamics tool, almost if you go search it in the market, or you are interacting with the multiple vendors, definitely multiple customers are having this APM tool. Along with, yes, Dynatrace is also very famous. Along with that, AppDynamics tool is also very famous in the market. And those who are, I mean, very simple, right? Those who are already using the Cisco products, which means that Cisco products, those who are using, they'll also purchase this APM tool because they wanted to have that stack, that tech stack, they wanted to have it. Okay, so that is the reason AppDynamics, those who are having existing Cisco stack, they'll be using this tool as well, APM tool as well. Okay, so yes, as I told you before also, different capabilities are there. That's what the application agent, machine agent, or they call that a server agent, and then DB agent, and then user experience agent. Okay, so everything we are going to cover it. Okay, don't worry, like we are going to do all these things in a practical oriented example as well. So app agent, machine agent, DB agent, user experience agent, everything we are going to cover it as part of the AppDynamics tool. Okay, as I told you, I mean, definitely this comparison everybody will ask, like in what way it is actually different from your Dynatrace tool and AppDynamics tool. This question everybody will say. Okay, actually in Dynatrace, everything is actually handled by a agent called one agent. Okay, in Dynatrace, everything is handled by an agent called one agent. Here you have a customization. What is the customization? You can purchase a Java agent separately, .NET agent separately, or a Python agent separately, Node.js agent separately, Windows agent separately, Linux agent separately, or MongoDB agent separately. Like that, you have the option. Okay, you have the options to pick and choose what agent that you wanted to have it, and you can use it for your real world application monitoring. Okay, that is a main difference. There it is all one agent. Here you have a different agent selections that are there. Based on the selection, you can use your the monitoring features that you can use it. Okay, so AppDynamics, I told you, it is also giving a tight competition between your Dynatrace tool. Okay, AppDynamics tool and Dynatrace tool are neck to neck. Okay, they are having a tight competition. They are having a tight competition. So which means that I mean, these guys are also working in agile based, and though they are also working in agile based. New feature they are trying to bring in. New feature they are trying to bring in. So which means that whatever latest trend in the market, these both the tools will implement it, and then you will get that new feature added in very frequent time period. Okay, that is a wonderful nature of these Apm tools. Okay, so coming back, so AppDynamics Apm tool having two deployment models. AppDynamics Apm tools, two deployment models you are having. One is your SaaS based model. Okay, one is your SaaS based model. Another one is your on-premises model. Okay, SaaS based model, on-premises model, SaaS based model, on-premises model. Okay, so SaaS based, software as a service. On-premises, everybody knows it. In your firewall, within the firewall, you are going to maintain everything you are going to maintain within your firewall. That is actually your on-premises. So from the name itself, at least you can conclude, right? Like, who will use what model, right? Who will use what model? Say like your banking customers and insurance customers, they'll prefer to use the on-premises model because they don't want to send the data out. They don't want to send the data out. Okay, that is the on-premises model benefit, right? Because on-premises means everything you are going to have it within the firewall. Inside your organization network itself, you are going to maintain it. But in the case of SaaS-based model, you are going to send the data to your AppDynamics SaaS account, right? So the SaaS-based model will preferred by your retail-based customers. Retail-based customers. Why? Because retail-based customers are more keen on data storage. Every day they will store a lot of data. So because of that, they will have a lot of storage, lot of backup, maintenance activity. Everything they have to do it, right? So for that, what retail-based customers they are thinking, I will give the task to the vendor itself, because software as a service means what? Everything owned by the vendor. Your AppDynamics team will handle everything, all data storage, data retrieval, all your backup things, everything is handled by the vendor only in the case of SaaS-based model. But in the case of on-premises model, you are going to handle everything. You are going to handle everything, each and everything you are going to handle in the case of on-premises. So that is a difference between the SaaS-based model and the on-premises. SaaS-based model and the on-premises model. SaaS-based model, vendor will own it. On-premises model, you are going to own it. Okay. And I also told you, retail-based customers, they are preferring the SaaS-based model. Retail-based customer, they are preferring the SaaS-based model. Banking customers and insurance customers, they are preferring to use the on-premises model. So based on that, you have to pick and choose. What do you wanted to do? You don't want to send the data to go out or what? In that case, on-premises. You wanted to maintain lot of storage, lot of things that you are maintaining it. In that case, what you can do? You can prefer the SaaS-based model. You can prefer the SaaS-based model. These two deployment models are available with AppDynamics team. Okay. I'll take a pass here. Any question guys still no?
Arun, Instana is also Apm tool, right? Sarvan, can you hear me?
Sorry, tell me, Arun.
Instana is also Apm tool.
Instana, the SolarWinds, or other tools in the market, right? They are slowly, I mean, they are growing tools, but not up to the, I mean, these guys are doing a wonderful job. So they are not, I mean, they are in the early stage, I would say.
Okay. Instana is from IBM, right?
IBM.
Yeah.
recently only IBM acquired that. So
Right.
yeah. So which means that SaaS-based model and the on-premises model, these are the two deployment models that are available with AppDynamics. So just a moment, please. Yeah. So just a minute. Yeah, this AppDynamics APM tool, I mean, they are providing the license for SaaS-based model. We are going to learn that all the capabilities in the SaaS-based model. Okay, SaaS-based model, we are going to learn the entire capability. Entire capability we are going to learn through the SaaS-based model. So those who are interested to proceed with this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number 8019952427 is number. So if you wanted to discuss anything related to course timing, course content, fees related, anything that you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. 8019952427 is his number. Okay. This is actually a weekend session. Okay, Saturday, Sunday alone you are going to have the session, and then weekdays holiday. And Saturday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Sunday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. we are going to have the session. So each day 2 hours, and within 3 weeks we are planning to close the session. Okay, so all the sessions are actually recorded. Okay, all the sessions are actually recorded, and we'll share the recorded session through YouTube playlist URL. So those videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. Okay, anytime you can watch the video, and then you can come back with the questions, and then we can discuss. And all supporting documents, artifacts, softwares, everything we are going to share it through Google Drive. Through Google Drive, we are going to share all those things because it is a practical oriented learning. You are also going to do that. So all industry trends and latest things we are going to do the hands-on experience, and the interview preparation things also will be there as part of the learning. So those who wanted to enroll for your course, for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir 8019942427. And today is the final day for the evaluation. Okay, today is the final day for evaluation. From next week onwards, those who are enrolled for this session will be part of this session. So the learners who joined today for evaluating us, thanks for joining, and then thanks for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with you people. So we are going to continue the same. Already we started the session. We started discussing about Apm tool means what, and then we started providing certain understanding about all these things. So in the next session onwards, yes, we are going to pretty much start the core topic of AppDynamics tool. The agent installation, configuration, data extraction, all those things we are going to learn, guys. Okay, so pretty much from next week onwards, we are going to learn the core topics also. So those who wanted to enroll for this session, please reach out to Kumar sir. His number is 8019952427. So thanks for joining. Thanks for joining and then evaluating us. Thanks for the learners. Any question, guys? Any question till now?
Can you explain me a little bit that architecture at least today?
No. Next session we are going to have that, Deepak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. So for the learners who joined today, thanks for joining. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.